Hey guys, it's Marisol and welcome back to Bookverse. So today's video is going to be my February / January wrap-up because I didn't film one for last month. Well, technically now it's March, so it'd be 2 months ago, right? Anyway, so it's my February / January wrap-up and then a little bit about my TBR for the month of March. So without further ado, so the first month I had to read an award-winning novel. And for that, I chose All the Light We Cannot See. And I finished this technically like the first day of February, so kind of failed in that aspect. But that was my first challenge. And then this one, the one I have doesn't have the award stickers on it or whatever because it's when it first came out. But since it came out, it has won a couple of awards. And it was actually really interesting. I had never read historical fiction before. This was my first historical fiction novel, and I was pleasantly surprised because I did not think I was gonna like it. It's about World War II, and it's told from technically two different perspectives. One is Warner, who is a child when this kind of starts. You know, he has the whole world against him, and I don't want to ruin anything away, but pretty much he's like a victim of war, you know, like what you would consider, like what we consider now, like, you know, like children soldiers and stuff like that. That's what pretty much he was. And it's also told from another perspective, which is Marie-Laure. I don't know how to pronounce her name because it's French, whatever. And she is someone who is blind. And so it's really interesting to see how their entire lives like intertwine and stuff, and how it leads to all this and how it ties to World War II. So it was really, really interesting. I loved the book. The only other book aside from schoolwork that I read in January was Scarlet, which is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles. And the reason I picked this one to read is because I had already started it right after Christmas, so I wanted to finish it so I could read Cress and then read Fairest. And it's amazing. Well, it's not like it was good. It was 4, you know, but I thought I liked this one a little bit more than Cinder because I like Wolf and Scarlet's relationship a lot more. And then, in case you don't know, the Lunar Chronicles are like a fairy tale retelling of princess stories, Cinderella, Scarlet's Little Red Riding Hood, but with cyborgs and like people that live on the moon and stuff. And I like Scarlet and Wolf so much more than I like Kai and Cinder together. Just my personal opinion. I would love to see them way more, and I really liked this book. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. But yeah, I don't want to say much more because I don't want to ruin it for you guys if you guys haven't read it. Okay, and then once I was done with that, for the month of February, one of my challenges was to read a book that is not a novel. So I picked a memoir. Well, I didn't. I had to read this for class, and it was a perfect, you know, challenge to draw with having to read this book. And it's Stephen King's On Writing, a Memoir of the Craft. So this book, I loved it, you guys. It was amazing. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5. I don't even remember. But I probably should have given it a 5 out of 5 if I didn't. But it was just amazing. It's, you know, Stephen King's story, a memoir, obviously, about how, like, his childhood, how he became the writer that he now is, and everything that he knows about writing, his writing process. And so I really enjoyed this, especially if you guys are English majors or if you're interested in writing or any of that has to do with the industry. I highly recommend you read this book. I mean, even if you're not a Stephen King fan, like, it was amazing. Yes, pick it up and read it. Once I was done with Stephen King, my other reading challenge for the month was to read a fairy tale retelling. So, of course, keeping up with the Lunar Chronicles, I read Cress. So this was the book I chose to read along with that. And this one's the third in the series because, you know, it's going to be a 4-book series, and then Ferris, which is like a side series, a side book. And so this one is like a retelling of Rapunzel. And this became my favorite. I love Wolf and Scarlet, but this one became my favorite. So far, out of all the Lunar Chronicle books that are out, which I've read them all, now, but that's part of my March. Anyways, I read them all now, and this one so far is my favorite. I cannot freaking wait for winter. I am like freaking ecstatic and excited, and I don't know how it's gonna end. Like, if you guys have any theories, let me know, because I'm just like going crazy. I can't just, it keeps getting better. And I love how like now we see how kind of everyone's life comes together, how they're all connected without really knowing it, you know. And I really like this book. I highly recommend you guys should read the series. It's amazing, especially just to catch up and be prepared for when winter comes out, which will be like a retelling of Snow White. And you do meet Winter in this book, which is awesome, and I can't wait for her story. I'm ecstatic about that. But while I was reading Crest, I also read another 2 books, which is not really books, it's graphic novels, the Amulet series. So I read volume 1, which is The Stonekeeper, the title of that, and that's what that looks like. And I have a signed copy I got at Barnes Noble. And then I also read volume 2, which is Amulet and the Stonekeeper's Curse. And then there's that. The artwork on these are amazing, guys. I love these. I think I gave both of them a 4 out of 5. But just like the artwork is so freaking cute. The color schemes and everything. I mean, it's not like mind-blowing Jim Lee artwork, but I mean, no one can draw like Jim Lee. But look at that. It's just the colors, the art. It's so cute and adorable, and they're really quick reads. I think I read them both in one sitting, like not on the same day. Like I read the one day this one, then the next day the other one, and they're really freaking stinking adorable. And they're middle grade, younger reader graphic novels, but the themes in them I really enjoyed. Like even as like a grown-up adult, whatever, like I enjoyed the themes that they had, like the whole family bonding and the importance of family and being brave and facing your fears and going on adventures. I enjoyed that. Okay, so those are all the books that I read in February, January. It's actually not a lot. I'm kind of disappointed. And so for the month of March, if you guys follow me on Instagram, I did my little quick video of my jar because I wanted to already know what I had to read for March. And my 2 challenges this month are to, 1, read a manga, which I am actually reading Sailor Moon, Volume 1. And then my second challenge for the month is to read a 2007 debut novel. And so what I chose for that is something that I just came out in January and I was really excited for, and it's The Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And I've seen a lot of hype for this book on YouTube, so I hope it lives up to freaking expectations, because look at the cover. Like, I was at work and I forgot that it was coming out. I was at work. I walked in front of the display and I was like, it's out? Like, what? I forgot. Like, it's gorgeous. Like, the tiara with the blood. It's just, I'm excited for this book. And let me know if you guys have read any of the books I read, what you guys thought about them, or your opinion. If you're interested in reading any of the ones I read, and also what your guys' TBR or what you plan to read for this month is. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!